Hey everybody, it's Paul Kraft again from Japan IQ, today coming to you from Tokyo's Shimokitazawa neighborhood, which is one of the many sort of rock and roll neighborhoods in Tokyo. It's a great place to hang out. If you come to Tokyo, this is definitely one you want to hit. Today I want to talk about specialty stores. They don't meet the definition of grocery stores because they usually don't have milk, eggs, meat, things like that. They usually have longer shelf life items. They have all sorts of packaged goods, wine, cheese, sauces, soups, nuts, etc. For a shorter shelf life, they probably have some prosciutto, cheese, things of that nature. Specialty stores are usually a little bit hard to track in Japan because they often fall into the other category. So you have convenience stores and home centers and drug stores and convenience stores, other. But the other actually in Japan can be quite big. It can be upwards of 7 to 8% or more of a given category. I'll talk mostly about the shop behind me today, Kaldi. But I'm going to just introduce you to the other ones first. Besides Kaldi has 500 stores. Another one called Kitano Ace has 110 stores. They specialize in a variety of things, including curry. AEON, the largest grocery store chain in Japan, also has their own specialty store banner called Caferante. That was launched in 2011, and I believe it was launched because Kaldi was doing so well. There are also regional specialty stores. One in Fukuoka in particular is called Bon Repas, and these are also places for people to go to get their special recipe items. Think Mexican food, Southeast Asian cooking, holiday items for maybe Western holidays, Valentine's Day, Christmas, Halloween, whereas maybe mainstream grocers probably don't want to put a lot of stock or space to these Western holidays. Okay, Kaldi. So Kaldi is one of the originals. Started as a coffee purveyor. So think coffee beans, both wholesale and to consumers. And this is how many of these stores started actually selling coffee. It was owned and still run by the Camel Coffee Corporation. Started in 1977. As I mentioned, they have 500 stores, but they also have a few cafes. They also have a few bars because they do sell a lot of coffee and wine, and sometimes those things work. Most Kaldis are located in malls or stations or heavy foot traffic. This one is a little bit rare. This in Shimokitazawa is more of almost a shopping street, if you will. Maybe I can spin around here a little bit. You can see what's going on here. Shimokitazawa station is right over there. Most of these, however, are in stations, malls. Kaldi has a corporate philosophy that they want to provide heart-pounding excitement to the different shoppers. And frankly speaking, if you haven't had a tortilla and you're looking for tortillas and you finally find them, it's heart-pounding, believe me. But they do this by creating a lively atmosphere in stores. You can see behind me here that they always give out coffee. You can see her there. So that is a very good way. Today is a little bit of a chilly day here, and maybe you're 5 minutes, you have to wait for your friend, or you're a little early, just pop into a Kaldi. They also designed, if you read the literature, they designed it to resemble a Western library, and they say that they want people to browse and find interesting products as if consumers were searching for a bookstore and have happened upon a very interesting book. So that's interesting. The thing that's interesting about Kaldi is that even with only 500 stores, because of their locations and their unique ingredients, they actually have a pretty high household penetration. In the past 6 months, 70% of grocery shoppers in Japan, 70%, surveyed by Mitoritz, 70% say that they've shopped in a Kaldi. 41% say they shop in a Kaldi once a month or more. So that's pretty high, and also different than other retailers that we've covered here on this channel, is that the largest age group is 50 plus. So these are people who are probably cooking, they probably have time, maybe they lived abroad, I don't know. But interesting that we finally found a retailer that does that. Like many retailers, Kaldi has their own private label on many of their products, not just coffee, but others, spices, etc. And they're really known as good buyers. So I've been looking and watching Kaldi over the years, and things like cheese, wine, nuts, etc. You can tell they're sourcing as it drifts around the world. So you might have Australian wine, and then you might go to Eastern European wine, and now in many specialty stores you see a lot of products from Turkey coming up because of the weak yen and the currency issues and excitement that Turkey's had. Turkey products are some of the only products that are really cheap. The other thing that especially Kaldi does is they really want to have excitement, and so they often offer what sometimes is called GWP, or gifts with purchase. So you buy $9, 1,000 yen, whatever, of a product, you might get a free gift, a free eco bag, a tin, a box, a decorative calendar, or whatever. Now the interesting thing is, these are almost always what they call in Japan eco bags. And the reason is when you have an eco bag, the cost of goods sold actually goes into the product. Whereas if you're giving away a free gift, that is considered like an on top free gift, and there's laws around that. So almost every time you see a gift with purchase, watch, it has something incorporated with the package that holds the product itself, because it's better for manufacturers from a P&L standpoint. The other reason why foreign food manufacturers like Kaldi, not because of the volume and the gifts and the major promotions and the sampling and things like that, is that you can do big promotions. Walker's Biscuits out of the UK, out of Scotland, does a lot of items in Kaldi, especially around the holidays, and they can hijack a huge section as well. So foreign makers really like that. Now, Kaldi isn't immune to being in the news. The Japanese fair trade authorities ordered Kaldi to pay back some 13 million yen to some of their manufacturers and some of their vendors who sell them product. It's about 90,000 US. The reason is because they had returned them, saying that there was quality issues or whatnot, and actually there wasn't. So they got into a little bit of hot water on that. But there's always fees, right? And so anytime you put something in a warehouse, or something needs inspected, or something needs to be touched, a lot of retailers will put fees on it, and Kaldi is no exception. Okay, so I hope you thought this was interesting, but if you're a foreigner or a foreign food company trying to break into the Japanese market, Kaldi is definitely one to watch. All right, thanks everybody. If you have any questions, let me know.